Hello, Kings! I'm excited to be here today, and I have a special guest, like you can see. For those who are just seeing my face or our faces for the first time, welcome. You are in luck because this is the first time you are coming, and you're coming to meet a super guest. And I'm very happy for you. So this is the right time to like this video first of all. The way we do it here is you like the video first. If you get to the end of the video and you think we are talking absolute nonsense, you can always unlike. But go ahead and like this video because it helps this channel so that we can reach out to more men. Okay, and also subscribe and share. Now, for all the returning subscribers, you know I have great love for you, and you know you are kings by all standards. So in today's show, like you can see, I have with me somebody very special who has been married for decades, who is very instrumental and is like a counselor to a lot of couples, who by his office and his business is somebody that I thought you guys must have to meet. And I'll tell you much more about him later, but let me allow him to introduce himself. So welcome to the show, Uncle Sadi.
Thank you so very much, Jenny. You have already called the name.
Okay, so tell me.
As it is, actually, my name is Pastor Sunday David.
Okay.
I'm Ambassador. I like what you're doing. It's great.
Amazing. Yeah, I think I get that a lot. A lot of people just say, oh, you have a channel for men, like men, you know, which is something that is not so popular. Like somebody catering for men, helping their welfare, their life, helping them to love themselves. That's the part that I love. Like, love yourself. You can't give what you don't have, you know. And but what do you think about it in the guise of trying to make sure that we have better homes?
Before I down into that, first of all, I want to commend you for taking up this very aspect because it's an aspect that nobody even look at.
Yeah.
And men are endangered species somehow.
Wow.
The endangered species, the fact that men don't even know themselves. That's the truth.
True.
Men care more about girls. They care more about the women. They don't even care about themselves. If you come to home, for instance, you find out that men do everything to keep the home.
True.
They don't do anything to keep themselves. So
yeah.
when there are channels like this where men can at least get some hints on how they can take care of themselves, I think I give you a super note for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, going by that, yes, you ask how men keep their home.
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah. What are the ideas for this channel to help men, especially those who are not even married yet, to begin to equip themselves before they get there? Because I think that's where the problem is. So that if you know what to expect and know what to do, it's easier for you to keep the home. So whatever comes, you know how to handle it. As against entering a marriage and things come up and you don't know who to ask. And as usual, men don't ask themselves about serious issues, you know. So do you think it's something that will help to keep homes better?
Yes. With the kind of topics that you are dealing with, I think it's something that can keep, yes, that will make home, and also that will keep home, and also that will sustain every home. But having said that, you know, to keep home is not just getting married.
Yeah.
Getting married is one thing, then keeping home is another thing. To keep home, you must apply what I call the marital technology. Because in marriage, just like every other institution, there are technological things you must apply in order for it to work. We get gadgets for every kind of job that we want to do. We apply technology to those things. But when it comes to marriage, we feel that marriage is just about having a woman and a man in the house. You will need some kind of technological mindset for marriage to actually succeed. For instance, a man that is thinking about getting married, first of all, must be mature by himself, must be mature, both in mind and both in every area of life.
Yeah.
Must be mature. And when we talk about maturity, we're not talking about age here now.
Okay.
We are talking about the mindset, the quality of the person's mind, what the person think about, or how the person exercises his behavior, how the person carries his or himself rather. Forgive me because I'm used to a marital counselor, so I talk about male and female. So, but all of these things, sometimes because of what is obtainable today on the social media, some people don't even see the need, you understand me, to seek for counseling or seek for maturity or seek for that, or get to particular maturity before you can begin to talk about getting married. But for you to keep a home, going back to your question, first, what you must learn, first of all, you must understand your home. Having said that, you must also you must understand yourself. That is number one. Understand yourself, because if you do not have a vivid understanding of yourself, it will be difficult for you to understand the kind of home you want to build, the home you want. So you first of all understand yourself. Then after when you have understood yourself, then what kind of home do you want to build? In the character that you have, can your home strive on that? In the kind of behavior that you have, can a good home come out of that? The way you talk, the way you move, can a good home come out of that?
And that means, can you even find the woman that won't mind
yes,
that can collaborate with you without complaint?
Exactly.
So that you can build the
now,
home.
what you see and you don't like in others, that you are seeing yourself, how much have you been ready to change in those areas? Because these are the things that you first of all build if you must maintain a home. So when you have done all of that, then you can begin to talk about the person you want to bring in, who is a different person entirely, trained by a different hands, from a different home, with a different mindset, and you are coming together. There is need for you to understudy one another. And be ready to blend. So readiness of mind, financial readiness is involved meanwhile, but first of all, readiness of mind outweighs all of that, because you must be ready. Your mind must be ready for it, and two, you must be ready in the area of maturity. You must be ready financially. You must also be ready professionally or occupationally. These things will help, because if you just go, women, for instance, they might not mind, because we believe that, like people say, that love is all. But in marriage, as it is now, love is not everything. There are extent that love can go, and there are extent that needs will also meeting the need of a woman can also help on you. There is love, there is understanding, and there is marital wisdom. Marital wisdom is having the mindset of the person you marry, knowing how there's what's in Nigerian palace what we call the mumu potting. That's the mumu potting. You must understand, you must have the mumu potting of whoever you want to get married to, because that is what helps you. Now, you can't be married to a woman 1 to 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and you are still having the same quarrel you are having right from the beginning. Then two of you were not matched from the beginning. That's why I said that you must understand the person you want to get married to before you get married to the person. You must first of all build yourself. Are you ready to accommodate another person's character in your life? Are you ready to suppress your ego in other person's to accommodate another person? Because one thing about man is that man is naturally selfish in nature. So when it doesn't concern him, it doesn't concern him. And if you get married and that mindset plays out in that marriage, then there will be a problem, a very big problem. The woman will feel that you don't care, and you will be feeling that the woman does not understand you. So it is the maturity that will help to blend most of those things. Maturity helps also to bring in understanding in marriage. So the keeping a home is a whole lot. You can't exhaust it here.
Okay, I wanted to ask, as a follow-up to that question, what are maybe 2 or 3 tools, because a man might listen to it and say, so how do I get mature in my mind in particular? I know that you understand finance and all that. What are the kind of, what would somebody do and the person say, okay, I'm developing my mind in readiness for marriage or even for life? What are the kind of things that someone can engage in to make sure that, they use that to renew and mature their mind as a man?
It's also a very deep question, because what works for A does not work for B.
Absolutely.
You understand? But it depends on the kind of home you want to build. That depends on that nature.
True.
So, but first thing first in building this is first of all is to do everything to change your mindset.
Okay.
The way you think, the way you look at things.
So open it up some more to accommodate other
So
people.
I can accommodate that is one that I have seen that has worked for me.
Okay.
Yes. Secondly, also you must be able to tolerate another. Build that mind to be able to tolerate another. If you are somebody who does not accommodate others' mistake, then it becomes a very big problem for you to maintain any marriage. These two tools work, especially for me.
Great. Absolutely. So I'll go on to the next question, guys. I have a lot of questions for Pastor Sonny. Now, I think you answered this. One was a man know before getting married. Okay, but is there something you want to add to that? What is the thing that is a must that a man must know before he enters marriage? Because I see a lot of people get into marriage and they get there and then they start, in fact, you hear me and say, I don't worry, what's there, marriage? If I get there, I'll handle it. And then they get there, when there are issues, they are aloof. They don't be floating and just they pretend that nothing is wrong until it packs up. Even at the point of packing up, I've interviewed people who have even been divorced. Okay, what will you say happened to your marriage? At what point do you think you started having problem and all that? They just tell you, they can't really tell. It's not something that they decided to be involved in because they were not willing to work on it. So they were also aloof. So the woman was fighting, doing everything by herself. And then when she finally left and they crumbled, they find a place where they're wondering what was actually happening. So what do you think brings about that? I'm saying so many things in one.
Yeah, you know that a lot of people build marriage on excitement.
Yeah, they think of wedding.
And also sentiment also plays a lot of role if we are not careful about marriage.
Sentiment,
sentiments. It forms most of these problems that we see in marriage.
True.
So any person that is thinking of getting married, like I always tell people, boys don't get married. Men do get married.
Yeah.
If you are not a man is not about your age. If you are not a man yet, I think you should not think about getting married until your mind has been built to be able to take shots.
Yeah.
Look, if you are not ready to take nonsense, don't get married.
Also, I thought about something. I heard there was a social media post that somebody talked about anytime she's pregnant, all those cravings that happens in marriage for women. And a man just commented and said, I'll just travel for that 8 months or something and come back after she had delivered, but I cannot handle all of these things. So, how
you can imagine such a man is still a boy.
A boy, exactly.
Do you understand? Because first of all, you put in that pregnancy into the woman, and now the woman is no longer the attraction that she used to be to you, and now you feel that you want to run away.
That means you
are not mature yet to get married.
So that's just an example, guys. If you're still thinking like that, you're afraid of this and that, but you like the idea of woman, but when it comes to those kind of things, you're thinking, can I go? Wait some more, wait. Okay.
That's no need rushing. That's no need rushing. You must build your mind to the extent that to be able to accommodate all these excesses that comes. I'll tell you a very short story. That this woman, as soon as she took in, she was admitted in the hospital for 6 months in her pregnancy. So you can imagine such kind of thing, and you get married to such a woman. And some women, when they immediately take in, not even in the process, now they just took in. They'll be so down they can't do anything anymore. Now, for such women that helps the husband to wash, helps the woman to do some chores in the house, you can imagine the man still expecting the woman to do the same thing. So maturity comes to play. You understand? So if you are not mature, there's no how one can keep a marriage, know how one can sustain the marriage.
Okay, great. Okay, on this other side, I was wondering, what will you advise my kings here about how long is best to keep a relationship and courtship going before the actual wedding? Because you see someone saying I've been with him since I was 19, I've been with him since and I've been dating this girl for 7 years. I know there can be circumstances around it, but what do you think is the ideal for a relationship that would eventually get to marriage? How long is too long or too short?
I must tell you that there's no amount of months, years, right, that has been stipulated to be. like I said, what works for A does not work, might not work for B, and what works for B might not work for A. But having said that, people should have an understanding. The longer do I say, when it is too long, it's that every pregnancy that there will be problem.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people who are also in those long relationships. They will
Relationship.
break up at different points, come back,
Long relationships most times are not even the best. You understand? But as a marriage counselor, I always advise 1 year. For me, 1 year is not too bad to know each other. Yes, it's just more than enough to know each other. And 2, before one should be looking at getting married, anyone who is thinking of getting married, first of all, you know what you want. Like I said from the beginning, you know the kind of woman you want, the kind of home you want to build. So it is that very drive that takes you and direct you to the kind of woman. Woman is not about beauty, right? But people misunderstand it. Beauty could be, but yet beauty is not all. Because you could see a woman so beautiful she is in outlook, but when it comes into the inlook, that is the character, then you find out that she has a lot of faults. And some men will say,
she doesn't match you.
Some men will say, forget that one, we'll work it out.
Young man,
there is no working out. Immediately you get into it. A woman you have caught for 7 years, right? You will only start knowing her when you start living with her as wife. Even if she is your girlfriend for that 7 years, and she comes to your house to stay, she still packages herself to come. But this time around, she's coming to stay in her home. So the way she used to behave in her father's house, when she would throw her pants and throw all those things in the place, that's how she would go to do in that house. So you now begin to sit and say, this is not what I want. That's what you married to.
And that's how she will also come and see that how you used to throw your boxers and decide to adjust.
You understand?
So there's no more masking here.
There's no masking. There's nothing like no. You can't mask anything here. So you must be ready. Okay, your mind must be ready. You just must be mature before you begin to think about it.
Okay, I like that answer because it's not there. 1 year is good, but you know me, mine was 4 months. From beginning of reconnecting with this young man, I couldn't even say it was my friend. Just contact.
Listen, there are some people, even if sometimes people might not even cut for up to 1 month, and they get married, and the marriage is fine. But because you know what you wanted,
so when I saw
you are not moved by just the outlook.
Absolutely.
You understand? You saw the character you want in a woman. You're not deceiving yourself. She's short, she's tall, she's fat, she's thin. When you go by these physical appearances, will make a lot of mistakes.
Sure. Okay. All right. So, how will a man, because you said this over already, somebody might also be saying, how do I know that this is a woman? I'm not going my male, maybe female friend. This is a woman to get married to. In case some people did not get it, you mentioned you must know yourself. When you know yourself, you now know and then you'll be able to plan this kind of woman I like to build. That will help you to know which woman will fit into that idea of who you are and the home you want to build. Do you have anything to add to that? How do I know the woman to get married to?
Compatibility.
Compatibility.
Do you understand?
So shared values, mutual respect, all those things that
Yes.
You're not struggling. You're not trying to impress her.
You're not asking for it, but she's naturally giving it to you.
Exactly.
Do you understand? These are the things you look out for. When you don't see those compatibility in a woman you want to talk, before you talk once she has flared up and all of that.
And you're always being careful around
her. That red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. And it can be very dangerous. So when you see all those signs, very careful.
I think that answers it, guys, because it means it has to do with friendship. It has to be the same way you don't set up and say, I want this person to be my friend. Friendship just happens and blends.
Somebody that
values you. Very important. Because now girls use men, they do
What am I talking about?
and most men don't know that they are ATM.
No, men are ATM for female.
Do you know that women guys, I'm telling only people, some women used to write lists. This man, this person, this person, I'll get them. I'll sleep with them and get money. They will even write the money that they expect from them on the list. So when they go about, some can even join your church to
It's business.
When the man is a business tycoon, he'll be very sweet and be going to pretend they're looking for work or contract to be close to the organ. All they're getting to, I must get this man down. When I get him, I must make this amount of money and I move.
Exactly.
And or I get through him, I get other of his friends that have money. Because they are not, to give sex is not a problem for them. So they know what to bargain on. And they'll come back and strike it off. I've done this, I've gotten this.
Another red flag. You that want to get married, listen to me, young man. As want to get married to that young girl, you must first of all look or check her mode of or her cliff for material things.
Yeah.
Any girl who dresses above her income, be careful with such a girl because she can't change easily. But that does not mean that they can't find husband. They will, of course. But there are husbands for them. But you who knows your pocket, you know the size of your pocket. Don't deceive yourself.
Yeah.
Don't think that. Don't by faith say after I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. That is an assumption. It's just an assumption. Until you become the millionaire, don't spend like millionaire.
Yeah.
So if you have not become a millionaire, please remain where you are. Spend according to your income. That woman will put you in great trouble.
Especially when she's demanding that lifestyle and you can't afford it and she's putting pressure on you.
Then
you know there are some women that have their own money, they say that they're standard and they love you and they don't mind. But then how will you, it only brings a problem. That financial disparities.
There are some women, I have dealt with these issues. There are some women in their workplace. Do you know that they spend their salary even before the salary comes?
Of course.
They buy something on credit.
Yeah.
How can, for crying out loud, a woman, your salary is just 200,000 for instance, and you have already bought things over 300,000 on credit, then you don't have salary before the end of the month.
So that person can't be a good financial manager. You can't plan anything with that.
So if you are a man who does not have patience for such, then if you get into that marriage, you're going to have issues.
Yeah, so Tony, with this idea of some men who even believe that, oh, my wife should not work, I will make all the money and all that. What do you think happens to such relationships or marriages?
Well, you know that there's no best advice in marriage.
Absolutely.
That is the best for all. But I would advise that no matter how rich you are, allow your woman to practice her profession.
Sure.
If not her profession, if she desires to do business, allow your woman to do business.
Sure.
I'm talking from experience. I had an uncle who never allowed the wife to do anything because she has the money. But unfortunately, the money flies off like the Bible says that money has
wings. Yeah.
And it flew away. There was nothing to grab on. But thank God that the woman woke up very fast. I started doing one or two things.
Yeah, rescue
and
mission.
that was how we were resuscitated.
Yeah.
But through that has small business.
Yeah.
So not allowing woman to do anything is putting yourself at risk.
Yeah.
Well, the purpose why some men do all of that, you know why? Jealousy.
The woman is too fine to do.
They don't want. I don't know. Some men just have that in their system. Whether the woman is fine or not, they just have this jealousy.
Inside
They don't want even a man to greet their wife. Oga, you will die early. Do you understand? You see, as you go outside and make women greet you, let your wife also socialize. If there is no trust, there is no marriage.
There's no marriage. And if Philip is inside the house and there's no trust, things can still go wrong.
Many women have brought men into their husband's
house. Of course, absolutely. You can't keep.
My dear.
Anyway, you guys have heard it. How much should a man have before getting married? Because I've heard people say, oh, they don't even bother. And you see, especially for people from my tribe, our tribe, that they stay till 40 because they're trying to build house first, do this first, do big business before they will marry. And then you hear some people too say, I only had 30,000. I have a friend who say, I only had 30,000 in my account when I started planning my wedding. But that wedding happened in a big way, and today we are happy and they are better off financially today. So what would you advise? How much should a man have at least before you begin to ask woman, will you marry me? And let's go and see your people, all those kind of things.
Okay, the currency you need to have getting married is to have a job. That's the currency.
Okay.
Do you understand? The currency of for preparing for wedding or marriage first of all, you must have something.
Something you're doing that gives you money.
Alright? You must not have a particular amount of money in your hands before you plan. And you plan in accordance with what is coming into your hands. Because if, for instance, your salary is 100,000, if you want to get married, you don't just begin to plan to get married immediately.
Exactly.
You must have a time frame. You have stipulated that you want to get married, then you begin to save. Then if you want to get married, definitely you reduce your expenses. If you're somebody who clubs or somebody who goes out or somebody who spends anyhow,
you save your money from here and start saving it.
Begin to reduce the cost and begin to reduce your expenses. That is one of it. Then another one is this, in the terms of the cost. I want to use myself for instance. When I wanted to get married, I lost my job. We have already started the plan, then I lost my job. And before you know it, I had not up to, I think it was just 5,000 naira in my account the day I went to tell my pastor that I was going to get married. So I had, he asked me, okay, I've heard you, so what is the plan? What do you have in plan? How much do you in your account now? How much do you have? I said, well, sir, I'm just coming from the bank and I collected my account statement. It's 5,000 that is there. The man laughed and fell down. He fell down. But remember, we have started the plan before I lost my job. Right? So in that 5,000, in that said that what do I want to do with 5,000? I said, but I believe that I'm going to wait that period. And before you know it, I got something else, another job. So what, like I said, the currency you need is to have a job, you have a profession. If that's easy, then you can actually get married.
For what you're even saying, I think another thing that is key is even the confidence or the conviction that it's time. Because if you didn't know it was time, you'd be looking at your account and say, okay, it's not the right time, so I take the job.
Yes,
so you had a conviction that made you go and tell your pastor.
I knew that it was time, right? And that helped me. And when it was time, God made everything to work within that time.
Absolutely. So Kings, if you're going to do anything in life at all, you apart from marriage.
Can I tell you that marriage, we used a whole cow for that marriage, and we had surplus, like we have a bag of rice we didn't even touch, that remained in that marriage. God started opening different doors, and because God has seen my effort and I was not sleeping, I wasn't relying on anybody, and also I planned the marriage in accordance with my salary. Right? But it went beyond my salary because I got favor from other persons.
True, absolutely. And what will you say about this new trend, especially in big cities like Abuja where you live and all that? I experienced it myself. I saw, where people just want to get married to a woman because they feel the woman has money. So the man is subtly just forming I love you so that the woman can fund the whole wedding. I had an experience where I was the one who even gave the guy money to buy wine and go and see my father travel. But of course, after that introduction, my eye cleared. I said, this is not the kind of marriage you want to enter. I ended that relationship in 2011. But a lot of women are going ahead thinking it's love, it's love. He said he loves me. He'll use their money and fund the wedding, fund the traditional wedding. Hoping he said he'll pay me back, only to enter the marriage and it's kata kata. And it's becoming a trend. A lot of women have this story. Some are in the marriage now and are messed up because the man is still who he is. People don't change except they decide to change. Or the woman is at the point where you say, should I believe this man? How do you keep telling me about contracts and something, but let's be doing it, just don't worry, give me 10 million there. There was one that was even trending on social media. The guy said, just give me 10 million, I'll give you back and she kept funding things, just picking the bills. When the family said, when is your people coming? We need this. So he said, don't worry. She said, okay, just use your money and give them, I'll give you back. So at the end of the day, she funded her wedding. And of course, that marriage is not existing now. What would you, I want you to comment on that trend.
Alright, that's the one they call the gold digger trend.
Okay, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
I tell you.
trend. It's actually very trending in Abuja especially. There's
God.
one we call Abuja marriage.
Yeah.
Abuja marriage, people just meet themselves before you know it, you start having children. That was even good, at least they have a formal way. But the other one, they just have having children. And they come to church. And the pastor does not know how they met or how they come together or they came together.
And women can cover up. Later that it's over.
All you know is that you are naming a baby. As first, the baby is innocent, you are innocent. Your own, a man and a woman, and introduce yourself as husband and wife. Will you go and question them?
Exactly.
So you name the baby. But having said that, it's a very big challenge in our country.
Yes.
You know, because today you find out that the young men do not want to labor. It's like there's no longer dignity in labor. While the women are working themselves out.
Yes.
You know, to make the ends meet, especially, sorry, please don't get me wrong if I use bank, alright? But it's mostly in the bank. Because this bank business, you don't see them, they don't see you. Most of them stay indoors, they don't even socialize. Their own is go to work in the morning, come back in the evening. Some of them come very late because of they have to close an account and what have you. And by that, they make the money, alright? So that does not mean that if you find someone that is very faithful, somebody who is your like, because they say that the bird of the same feather flock together. And if you find someone like that and you see that the person is very responsible, you can assist the person, alright? But not that because you just want, you are desperate.
You're doing a con man, please don't be a con man. You're bigger than that.
You just, that kind of thing. I have seen also some women, right? They have, when they finish consoling the man,
a lot of things are happening.
The man will pack their things. While she's at work, he will clear their house. It's happening.
And move away with it. All her things.
Some of them will generate money. They want to travel out. They are looking for money. They generate funds from the woman and they will leave the woman.
A lot of women are going through stuff.
And
guys,
what is causing another thing? Guys, listen to me. Sorry, let me digress a little bit to talk to women in this part.
Okay.
If you want to get married to me, seek for counsellor. Don't just get into it.
Don't be blinded by love.
Yes, love is good though, but love is not all. Let somebody talk to that man. There are some of us that have been trained as psychologists.
Yeah.
You can talk to the man. When you psych the man,
you will know
the kind of man that man is.
And you will know because love has blinded you.
Good. And some of you are already blinded. So no matter what you are being told, you don't take it until later. Remember, this will not unfold in the first, second, third, fourth, even fifth year. It might unfold after you have had 3 children. So be careful.
Yeah.
There's no need getting to marriage and jumping out of it. And for you, young man, your hand is given to you for enterprise. Get something. Do something. You are better when you have something. Be responsible. There are plenty jobs everywhere today. Like I always say, there is gold on Nigerian streets. Sure. But who can mine this gold? That is what we are looking for. Miners are scarce, but the golds are there. Sure. That's just the issue. Men are making money. Well, if I should just permit me to make reference to the Igbos, no Igbo man goes anywhere and the place remains the same. That's how it is. I love those people with their business zeal. You know, they enter any place, even when the place is a bush, when they enter there, they convert it to a residential place.
They are quick to identify a need.
Yes.
What do these people need?
That is what you can identify that, but you want to make the money fast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Fast money, fast debt.
Nothing comes fast. Any success is built from ground up.
Yes.
Not from up down.
The only mansion that will enter from up down is grave.
It's grave.
That's the only mansion that is built from up down. But every other ladder will climb from down up, not from up down. Right? Except you are getting ready for your grave. Alright? That is the only mansion you can enter from up down.
Okay. I have just 2 more questions before I but we already exhausted this. What word do you have for men who maybe are in a relationship and are under pressure to get married? One, or are already married, but the problem is that the women they are married to, they just realize that with me and this woman, we didn't have any business coming together. So they are just managing. Many men are in that place where they're just managing their wives. Just managing anything that can take them out of the house, they go. Just so they can clear their head. They don't talk in their house thing. Some don't, or some are overly like Lion of the tribe of Judah shouting. But there's no concurrence. And in their mind of mind, they're just waiting that maybe one day something will happen and I will get rid of this woman. Or some are even suicidal. Some are like, maybe I should just die and let them leave me alone. So what will you have for those men who are going through this kind of turmoil? They don't know how to handle. Yet they
can't get out.
They can't get out of it. They don't even know who to talk to. But they're taking it as their cross and hoping that maybe one day I'll die and everything will end, or she goes her way and leaves me. That's where they are. I got a lot of those kind of messages about, what do I do?
Everything still boils down to who do you talk to?
Yeah.
Who are your friends?
Most men don't talk to anybody.
That's the problem that men have. The ego is there. See, swallow your ego.
It's even ego. Right. There's no self-esteem.
There is ego.
Because everybody has ego.
Yes, there is what we call a complex.
So many complex, what it is. So many men believe that why should I carry my matter out? Again, not because they think that is wrong per se, but because they feel people will not take them seriously, or people will tell them, why you complain, you're a man. That societal thing. So they believe that everybody expects me to be able to handle my own thing. So let me handle it however I think.
Okay. Now, you see,
and they are dying.
There is no level.
Many men are mentally stressed. The number one problem most men are facing is mental stress.
There is no level of age that defies advice.
Sure. Absolutely.
No level of age that defies advice. When you begin to think that nobody can advise you, then you are due to die.
Sure.
Alright? The education is in levels. And the marital education is one of the highest in education.
And it never ends.
Far. It never ends until death.
Yeah.
So don't get yourself boxed up by your low mindset.
Yeah.
First, there must be somebody you should be looking up to who has built. If you, man, like I said, don't enter marriage by mistake.
Sure.
Don't enter marriage because you want to have sex. Let me tell you, if you enter marriage because of sex, I give you 2 years, you know that sex is labor.
They don't know. You
understand? You will know that sex is work. In fact, when you are coming back and your wife is coming out, you want to run back because you don't know where to start from.
I'm telling you.
So, in getting married, look for a family, somebody you look up that can talk to you.
Yeah.
You're a man. Be careful the kind of friend you move with. It's also another part.
Sure.
Because if you are somebody that just makes friends, don't make friends, don't choose friends.
Sure.
Choose friends.
Absolutely.
Don't just make friends. Have a lot of people who you can just like colleagues or whatever, but associates. But when it comes to friend, choose your friend. Let it be somebody that can talk to you.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life that everybody around me are people I thought I'm above. And
you see yourself, your IQ going down.
I find out that I was wasting it.
That's it.
Until I began to understand some certain things. I now began to choose on men. When I have little issue, I just go, sir, this is what I'm facing. And one word or two will bring me back. Even if I'm going astray, that one word that person will tell me will help me.
That is so key. Choose friends who are an upgrade of you. People who you're looking up to.
Exactly.
Have the balance. Have people who you joke with also, but also have people who keep those ones as friends. People who are higher ahead of you, not people who are lower than you.
And don't compete with anybody.
Exactly.
Your life is not made of competition.
Yeah.
You can be a schoolmate, but not life mate.
True.
You can be born the same day. You're not going to die the same day.
True.
So don't overwork yourself because you want to please somebody. The girl you want to please, let me tell you, there are many men looking at her.
Exactly.
If you die, it's a walkover. Another one, a man trained a young girl in school. And when the girl got to school, the guy is not a graduate, but he trained the girl so that the girl can at least see light. I'm telling you what is happening now. As soon as the girl got to school, they are married though. They have 2 kids.
Wow.
The girl got to school and probably her eyes opened. Suddenly saw that the husband is not a graduate. And she started just looking down on the man, and that was the beginning of the problem. As I'm talking to you, the girl is no longer in the house because the man is not a graduate. She has seen another man who is her, maybe her. She sees her level.
That inspires her to be higher.
She sees it as her level now. So, but if you are going to do such, upgrade yourself.
That's it.
Improve on yourself. Do something that will add value to yourself.
Yeah.
So that as your woman is growing, you're also growing.
Yeah.
Some of us, okay, maybe somehow a banker or someone that is higher in education sees you and she likes you. It doesn't end there. As soon as you get married, begin to upgrade yourself.
Absolutely, guys. That is so key. This problem is a lot where either one of the couple is higher than going higher than.
It's even better when the man is higher because in marriage they expect the man to.
Exactly what I wanted to say. A woman is attracted. See, why do you think women are attracted to men of God, even the ones that are fake? Because they just believe that they have superpower. A woman looks up to something higher than her, something to look up to. So if you are at the point where your wife cannot want to, like if your wife wants to make a decision and she cannot think, if my husband is here now, what kind of decision will you take? Then you are not as spec. A woman want to look up to her man. So you have to keep achieving. You have achieved maybe your business is at 50,000 today. Make sure you build that business to be at 1 million. Make sure when you hit 1 million, make sure you build so that she will say, do you know my husband? Do you? A woman wants to pride in her man, and if you are just stagnant, we know some men now that are just stagnant. Marriage has finished on arrival. See, even if she's pretending, she can only pretend for so long. Yes. After a while, you start noticing that she don't send you again. She's only throwing after men who are top, who are making it on Forbes. Every time she's online, says she's researching. You should not disturb her. She's researching and she's getting inspired by motivational speakers. Exactly. Because those are where her soul is calling to higher things. And you look like her past and you try to drag her back. Don't be that man. Always see, life is fun. Life is constant learning. Exactly. Be the lecturer in your home. Yes. Be the one that always brings up ideas and say, I think we should do this. That's another thing men don't do. You're just there. They'll just give you food, you eat, you go and sleep. You don't call your wife and say, honey, I think we should do this. For the children, I think we should plan this. You have to be proactive as a man. You don't let things just run on autopilot. Because some men also believe that it's the woman that runs the home. So they come in and out like visitors. So the woman knows everything happening, but they don't know. They don't know when the gas in their house finish and when it was replaced.
Men are visitors.
Visitors. They don't know that their child even had a wound that it had been treated behind their back. They don't know. And you think you're a man? No. So and I'm sure that maybe on this platform for all this long, and you are still in that category. So we're just flagging them because other people are going to encounter these videos, and in years to come, they're going to be here forever. So, Sonia, I want to thank you. If you have any last words to say to men, feel free as we wrap up.
All right, young men, especially those that are looking up to getting married, just get prepared. Know yourself. Try and study yourself. Human being is a whole lot of education, is a whole lot of school. So study yourself. Try to know yourself before you can know another person.
Sure.
Because if you don't know yourself, you can't know another person. It is that yourself you know that will drive you into the marriage. And don't forget what I call the marital technology must be applied. You don't have a one-way straight jacket on how you can build your home. Be ready to improvise. Be ready to change. Be ready to just reverse. Don't always have a forward movement. There's always sometimes when you want to take reverse because of peace.
Yeah.
And also, you don't forget what I call the move button. Always press it. Have your wife move button. Understand her. Women are very like children. They are very easy to control. But when you want to assert yourself as an authority of the home, that is when she also wants to tell you that she's also a human being. And by the time she says that, you pick that area, you begin to have problem in the home. But for you who have gotten into the challenge already, swallow pride. Swallow pride. And if it is inferior complex that is your problem, listen to me. There is no man that is equal to another. Every man has their levels. Even when all of us are praying to be a millionaire, there are millionaires that are bigger than other millionaires. And we must accept that. Don't forget that we have 100 near, we have thousandaire, we have millionaire, we have billionaire, we have trillionaire. So all those are levels. There are some of us that want what we need to become our own, to hit our level of richness is just 10 billion. Why some people are looking for 10 billion? Why some people are looking for 10 trillion? So you see that the levels are, there are some people when they give them 1 million today, you have made them for life. So they have become rich in that level. But when you on your own, you just want to be everything. You can't be everything. Understand? And don't envy someone else. Rather, be happy that somebody is prospering. Help the person if you can. If you yourself can get that prosperity. But one thing you must not do, okay? Don't live in the city of the poor alone. It you make it go for life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
When you go around the rich men, the breeze around them blows around you, and you will get something.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. When you go to people who knows more than you, you will tap from their knowledge, and you will increase in value. That is how it works. And I believe, don't forget that you have to subscribe to this very channel.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, it has been so amazing to have you here. Like, I'm excited. Guys, you must have been seeing my books flashing on the screen. Please check in the description box and get yourself a copy of the Men Code. Get yourself the book Hello Woman, the Modern Gentleman's Playbook for Relationship and Dating. Get yourself the checklist, Ready to Choose a Wife checklist. All of them are available right here in the description. How do you get to the description? Just tap the title of this video and you will see that box open. Click the links and download. These books, you can get them right into your device. And I want to say thank you so much for watching to this point. In fact, we should start doing giveaway very soon on this channel. For those who watch to the end, they'll be getting some cash, guys. And to get to that, I want us to hit our milestone on this channel. Get our 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So please share this video to somebody that will absolutely love it. Somebody whose marriage is at the brink of breaking, somebody who is about to get married. Send this link to the person and say, this is your pre-wedding gift. Please take time, take some 15 minutes and watch this to change your life, right? Please guys, you know how to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you so very much. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you guys. And until I come your way again, you know I always bring it really hot. So stay tuned for the next video and it'll be amazing. Bye.